Greetings, Miracle in Motion. Today I'm going to use bananas and a small room to share a metaphor I was given quite some time ago. And the purpose is to remind you that one can view things in many different ways, and sometimes it just takes a 180-degree turn to experience a completely different reality. And just to see what the logarithm does when I show a knife in the video, maybe this will trick the algorithm to think it's something important. This knife can symbolize cutting through illusion. And that's something we are here to do right now, because there are so many illusions. And illusion, the thing with an illusion is that some people say it's just an illusion, but an illusion still exists. Yeah, an illusion still exists. It's not that an illusion is something that doesn't exist, because when we believe it, we give it life. But the problem is when we think the illusion is everything that exists. So an illusion is only a trap when we think or accept that that's the only way of seeing things. And you should, of course, find your own truth. And as always, I'm not here to teach you anything. I'm not here to teach anything you don't know. If anything, I'm here to remind you about your infinite power and that you are truly a divine entity or a divine expression on earth. By the way, this is not the video to discuss knives, but this is the best knife I've ever had. But that's another video. It's a beautiful knife. It's one of my trusty companions when I'm out in the wild. Maybe I'll do another video about the benefits of this particular knife. It's a Swedish company. Okay, so the metaphor, bananas. Here, I like images. So, okay, what is this? Well, this is my way of seeing the matrix, whatever we call it. Here, this is basically the matrix. This is like a little room, symbolically. And this relates actually to the video about the seal in the ice that I published some time ago. And the thing is here, the rule is that if you do exactly what you're supposed to do according to the rules to the matrix, you can struggle, really struggle. If you really work hard, you can get a banana. The banana, of course, a symbolic image for money or security or whatever it may be, or recognition or whatnot. So if you work really hard, stand really close to the wall here, and you really, really extend your arm, you might get a banana if you're really, really, really struggling hard and working diligently and doing everything according to what you're supposed to do, according to the rules of the game. The rules of the game. And the thing with the game, let's pretend for a few seconds that we're in a game, we are in a computer game, and computer games, I believe computer games are a reflection of this reality. And usually computer games, there is a source code, of course, behind all the things and events and characters and whatnot in a computer game. And you also have NPCs, non-player characters. They are just there to fill out the game, to populate the game. Some NPCs you can ask, and they have specific information to give on where to find a specific treasure or where to go to complete a quest or a task. But there are certain rules to the games, and if you find the source code, if you manage to find the cheat codes in a way. You can enter God mode or whatever, walk through walls or whatnot. But this image here, this is the game, this is the rules, this is how you're supposed to behave. And if you're really, really good, you may get a banana. But the thing, if you turn around, this is symbolically, if you turn your back to the system, if you turn your back, I don't mean you should run out into the woods and eat berries and stuff. If you turn your back to the circus, to the new circus, to all that is trying to distract you, if you just turn your back to it 180 degrees, you may realize that there's no wall here. It's open. And here, symbolically, there are infinite number of bananas. There are as many bananas as you can possibly eat for many lifetimes. But it takes a lot of courage to turn your back to the circus and realize that the prison, or whatever we call it, this game, is only valid if you choose to play it. It's like a computer game. You can turn it off. You can do something else. And I know this might be easy to say, whoa, how, that's bullshit, basically. It's not that easy. But I've several times I've quit my job. I just threw myself out into the unknown, and it worked out. But it's also sometimes, or many times, it is up to us to choose, to dare to choose. Do we continue playing the game, or do we choose to turn, to me, 180 degrees? It's totally the opposite. Turn your back to the old stories, to the stories that we're being told, to the so-called truths that we are constantly fed with more and more intensely. That to me, like I said, I haven't watched news for many years because to me it's information that doesn't do me any good. It changes my energy, it changes my frequency, it tunes me into an agenda I feel is crumbling. So this symbolic images with bananas, a symbolic image, well, we have several images of bananas, but this symbolic image is just to remind you that you have the power, you have the choice to do things differently. And it's so much about just leaving the system and starting to live off the land and hunt moose and fish. And we don't need to run away from something, but we need to choose what we take in, and we need to choose what we focus on. We need to choose what we use our infinite creative power to. And you are, if you're watching this, you are obviously leveling up and upgrading as we speak, as you listen to this. And like I said before, I'm not here to teach you anything you don't know, because you already know everything you could possibly need to know. And it's more about being, it's more about being in a frequency than running around doing this and that. We should, of course, act, but we should act exactly at the right time, in the right way. Because it's also like this, the more our remembrance, the more we remember our divinity, our divine creative powers, the more scary it is to powers that will do anything to keep us from remembering this. Because then everything, it doesn't work. Because when you know you are an infinite divine being with creative powers beyond anything we've seen on earth, of course, there's a lot of games and illusions and information that simply doesn't work. because there are bands of different frequency bands. And some information, of course, are on one level. Even bacteria infections, they are on a certain vibration. Then if you are on another level, you won't be affected by this. There have to be some kind of overlap for frequency band to interfere with each other. It's like a playlist on Spotify or whatever. If you have a playlist with only nice songs, then of course other playlists with whatever music you don't want to listen to, it doesn't interfere with your playlist because you have chosen your playlist and you want to listen to your playlist. Then of course, I don't think you listen to or create a playlist with songs you really hate. That's really weird to do that. Oh, I listen to these songs, I hate them, they make me feel bad. They are absolutely abhorrent, and these are the worst songs I know. So I made a playlist and I listen to them every day. No, of course. So remember, or allow yourself to remember. You don't have to do anything to wake up, really, because it's a natural process. It happens when it's supposed to happen. And that's also a thing. We don't have to struggle. There's this beautiful, I think it's Japanese expression, Alan Watts talked about it, Wu Wei. It means something like non-struggle. And nature is my greatest teacher, because nature doesn't struggle. A river doesn't struggle, rain doesn't struggle, a flower doesn't struggle. But we are programmed to work hard. But this is also something I've realized. When I do something I'm not supposed to do, when I do something that's not resonant with my truth, with my present mission, it requires tremendous amounts of energy to keep that reality active. But when I do things I love, when I do things I'm supposed to do, when I do things that is in resonance with my current vibration, it gives me energy. It may look like I'm working really hard, but I'm having fun, like recording videos. This is not work. This is fun. And it gives me energy. So that's the key to know what you are here to do, what your truth is, what wants to be created through you. Okay, there was something about bananas and this thing of turning 180 degrees. And you can do this in many ways. If you're in a situation, or if you are in a memory even. If you're in a memory, uncomfortable memory, if you turn 180 degrees in the memory, you free yourself from this. Memories are often like tunnel vision, but if you turn around, you can see more about the memory and you can gain a greater understanding about what truly happened. It's a life hack. Okay, so are you struggling hard putting your hand and arm through a little hole in a wall to maybe be able to get a banana? Or do you turn around, turn your back to the circus and realize it's a completely different reality? Freedom, love, and full of bananas, symbolically speaking. Okay, as always, I remind you that you are truly unique. There has never been anyone like you, and there never will be again. You are a unique creation of love, once in a creation. And if you watch this, of course, you are part of the new earth emerging. And with great power comes great responsibility. So we need to focus on what lights us up, what makes us happy, what feels expansive, what feels loving. And it doesn't take much. You can smile at someone. I know in some cities, if you smile at someone, they think you're gonna like rob them or attack them or something. So, but anyway, you can smile inwardly and send loving thoughts to everyone you meet, if it's a dog or an old lady or whatever, old man. Okay. I truly, truly wish you and your loved ones all the best, and thank you for incarnating in these marvelous and sometimes challenging times. But we are living in the time of prophecies, and during our lifetime, we will experience something that hasn't happened on Earth before. What an adventure. Okay. See you soon.